I've been getting a lot of questions and comments lately from people that are getting a little overwhelmed at Pyramid Lake. There's just so much information out there, a lot of details and stuff like that. They're kind of feeling like it's a little bit overwhelming and too much. So today I wanted to talk about the 3 lures and 3 colors that always catch fish at Pyramid Lake. It'll give you guys a place to start. Plus it's something that, like I said, basically always works. The 3 lures that never fail me are the flatfish, the spoons, and the Dirty Dancer. You know, the Dirty Dancer plug lures. And these 3 lures I picked because flatfish work all times of the year. I really utilize these in the cold water periods. When things get really cold, you know, end of November, December, January, these fish seem to get lethargic, and the U20 flatfish will always catch fish. Frog, chartreuse, and white. I mean, those are going to be your go-to colors that just always work. And there's a lot of specific videos on how to fish these flatfish. There's downriggers, flatlining, and you can go back to some of my how-to videos and see how specifically how to work flatfish. But the flatfish would be pick number 1. Lure number 2 would be a spoon. Spoons are one of those lures that work everywhere. I mean, everywhere for just about every species in some capacity. And the Sierra spoon out at Pyramid Lake always works. You can slow these down to around maybe 1.8 to 2 miles an hour and fish them all the way up to 3.5 miles an hour. And the good things about spoons is you can couple them with a different lure and fish them effectively. A lot of times I see guys making mistakes where they'll fish a flatfish and a spoon in the same spread, which is completely wrong. Completely different speeds. For the flatfish, you need to be fishing those 1.5 to 1.8 miles an hour. And that should be just about all you're fishing. A U20 flatfish, or maybe an M2 flatfish, and switching back and forth to there. But once you start bumping up your speeds, you know, when these fish start getting active, and this is really going to depend on water temperature. This year, the water temperature never got really cold, so I actually didn't even use flatfish that much. They were still working, but I started bumping up my speed and getting a little bit better results from that. But the spoons are something that is just always going to work out there. They always have success. And the other one is the Dirty Dancer plugs. So these Dirty Dancer plugs were designed for Pyramid Lake, and that's basically why they work there. And the way that the lip is conformed on these plugs, you can run them down as slow as 2 miles an hour and all the way up to 4. We actually had some great success recently running these on a flat line at about 10 feet of water at 3.8 to 4 miles an hour. So very versatile plugs, and they always work. You're always going to catch fish on those, and along with these other 2 offerings here for the fish. The 3 colors, like I mentioned, the colors you should always have in your box, and the colors you should start with in the morning is frog. A frog color is, all of these lures offer a frog color, and that's the reason why. Some of the frog variations, once you start breaking out from there, of course, the bleeding frog back with the white belly, the spoon color that I love, the frog with the copper back frog. And that's a rendition of the old school way, the old school torpedoes that the old timers always talked about. And that's why we built them, and they work really well. Chartreuse, probably my favorite color on the lake, chartreuse. That always works. But chartreuse doesn't seem to work until about 10 o'clock and from there on. Bright sunny conditions, chartreuse is going to outperform everything. Chartreuse with red dots, and then fire tiger too. I mean, fire tiger and the chartreuse with red dots are about the same, I would say. If I had to pick one, I would stick with the chartreuse with red dots. but the fire tiger's right there also. And the other color, the third color that I would always have is a pearl. Now this pearl color, you know, U20, pearl colored Dirty Dancer, and a white spoon. We have white with red dots, white with black dots, and the white color, same thing. That fish is really good in the high sun, bright light conditions, but it always seems to work. White is just a great color for Pyramid Lake. So if you're heading out there and you know it's a first time, you're a first timer out there and you're getting overwhelmed with, gosh, there's so many things to use out there. You know what? Stick with the basics. Flatfish, Dirty Dancers, and the Sierra Spoons always work. And the colors, frog, chartreuse, and pearl. Those three things right there, those three lures and those three colors are gonna put fish in your boat day in and day out. So I hope this helps. You know, check out this YouTube page. Hit the subscribe link for more how-to videos. We're going to be out there here pretty soon again, getting you some more updated info. So comment below. Let me know what you're looking for, what kind of how-to stuff. If you got questions, reach out. Wild Fish Wild Places YouTube page. Thanks for joining me.